Morning students. See, in last class we have discussed about our state Karnataka. So now we are going to start a new chapter in sociology, that is family. You know what do you mean by family, and we all have come from the different families. So in this class we are going to see the meaning of the family, characteristics of family and types of family, and what are the different characteristics of joint family in this class. So let us see the meaning of the family. Yes, the family, a man has formed many social institutions to fulfill his basic needs. So among these institutions, a family is the most important one. Though family is a small institution, it is the basic institution of the society. You all know the group of families makes a society. Understood? So all the activities of the society are conducted on the basis of family. The members of the family are the members of social institutions also. By understanding this, the meaning and the characteristics of family, we can comprehend the meaning of it. See, the word family has been derived from the Latin word famulus, which means to serve. Understood? By this, we can come to know that there were also other members along with father, mother, and children in ancient families. Today, the other members are not the family members. Now, the families which have no children but have only the father and the mother, and the families that have adopted are also there. And the relationship of the family members is determined by kinship. The family includes a marriage, kinship, or adoption. It's a very important point to underline or make a note of it. The family includes marriage, kinship, or adoption. These members live under the same house. According to the status, husband and wife, father, mother, son, daughter, brother, sister, then perform their role to create culture. The family means living together of husband and wife with children or without children for a long time is called family. Understood? Make a note of it. The living together of husband and wife with children or without children. The main base of the family is the kinship and their emotions related to it. The family, apart from the nurturing children and procreation, involves itself in the process of socialization of its members so that they can be a part of the larger society. It means that the family members directs the social behavior, dressing, rituals, and other issues of its members. You all know that your parents guide you, or your grandparents guide you to go in a right path, and the culture of the family and how you have to behave with elders and with the society, everything will be taught by your parents and grandparents. Understood? Or by elders, we can say. So let us move on to the characteristics of family. So what are the different characteristics? We will see now. Okay. Yes, the first characteristic is family is universal. Though it varies in accordance to specific geographical nature and the time period, the family is found in all societies. Usually, the families follow a fixed pattern. in their issues like marriage, nurturing, kinships, and property rights. Generally, the members who belong to the particular family reside in the same place or share the same roof. So, here, what do you mean by family is universal? So, wherever you go, not only in our country, in other parts of the countries also, the families are there. Understood? A family is a universal. So, they have their own nature and the time period, and they have their own kinship, property rights, everything. They follow the same thing all over the world. Understood? So, that is called a family is universal. The next one, it is the basic unit for all society or social activities. You know, a group of families make a society. So here every activities of the social institution start from the family. For example, I am a teacher here. So I have my own family. In the same way, a doctor also has his own family. Understood? And our policeman has his own family. So like that, each and everyone is involved in the one or the other social activities. So here the political, economic and educational and several other activities of the society being from the family. During earlier times, the family was sending its members to participate in the important activities of the local community. Now, due to the increased in complexity of the social life, many functions of the family has been assigned to various other social institutions. Understood what you mean by it? Yes. See, here during earlier times, that means you can ask your grandfather or if your grandmother, if they are alive, you can ask them. Each and everyone, for example, if a neighbors or any other person's marriage function is there in the village, so all the other members of the village would participate in that function, and they used to help help the person to do all his marriage activities. Understood? So marriage works, you can say. So, but now it is totally changed. Understood? That's what during earlier times the family was sending its member to participate in the important activities of the local community. Local community means whatever the functions the local this one were having, this function were attended by all. Even the panchayat, if you take gram panchayat, like gram sabha, so all members from each house would participate in that. Then now, due to increase in the complexity of social life, many functions of the family has been assigned to the various social institutions. Understood? And next we will move on to the continuous responsibility and social accountability. A family teaches its member how to behave and how to discharge the specific responsibilities. It trains its children on how to live harmoniously with their neighbors. Along with this, it also educates about few social responsibilities. For example, it educates how to keep the drinking water sources clean. See, family helps to be a part of the society. Understood? And here, each and every family teaches its members how to behave. Understood? For example, in your house, your parents should have trained you how to behave in the school, how to behave with your elders. Everything they would have trained you. Understood? And how to discharge the specific responsibilities. Understood? So here, for example, in your house, you are the elder one, how to take care of the younger ones and all, they would have made you to understand it. Understood? And they would have discharged the specific responsibilities. Understood? For example, so who will bring the water from the this one? Purified water will be given to some other brother or a sister. Like this, the responsibilities will be divided in the family. Understood? And it trains its children on how to live harmoniously with the neighbors. You know what do you mean by it? How to behave harmoniously means how to behave with the elders and the neighbors. For example, to have a very good relationship, we always treat our neighbors as a brothers or sisters. Understood? That will be taught by your parents. Along with this, they also educate few social responsibilities. Understood? And for example, what is that? How to keep your drinking water sources clean. Not only this, how to keep your house clean, or where to put the unnecessary or whatever the waste things, especially you used to put in your dustbin. That will be trained by your parent. How to eat will be trained by your parent. Understood? The next one is a bringing up and nurturing. So very important characteristics of the family. The family creates the basic rights and responsibilities with regard to the children, and it also protects them, and it creates the way to nurture and bring up the children and makes them literate. It is the duty of the family to take care of elders during their old age. Understood what do you mean by it? So here the family creates the basic rights and responsibilities to the children. So what is right and what is wrong, everything will be taught by your parents or grandparents. So here it helps to protect them. Understood? When you go in the wrong path, you will definitely realize it, realize the mistake, or realize, or whatever the parents have told you to not to go in a wrong path, you will understand it and it will come to your mind once. So that is what it helps you to protect yourself, and it creates the way to nurture and bring the children and makes them literate. See here, each and every family, a family, it's a responsibility of parents to educate the kids or children. It's their responsibility. Understood? To nurture them is their responsibility, and to bring up and make them literate is their responsibility. So, it is the duty of the family to take care of elders during their old age. See, your grandparents have given birth to your parents, so your parents should not leave them alone. Understood? Many times in the class, I have explained you. So, what is the true love of the parents? So, how to behave with them, how to take care of them, all were taught in the lower classes. So, the same way, I would like to tell you all, when you grow up, you have to take care of your parents. Understood? It is your responsibility. Understood? Yes. So, that's what it is the duty of the family to take care of the elders during their old age. So, we should not leave them alone. Huh? Understood? Yes. The next, it teaches social behavior. You know, family teaches the social behavior. The childhood and the adolescence are very important stages in the process of socialization. In your lower classes, we have discussed about the socialization. So, childhood and adolescence play a very important role. A child learns its mother tongue in the family. You know that? Yes, when you are at the age group of 1 or 2, you would like to pronounce, or you would like to try to speak how your parents speak. Understood? That's why you call it as a mother tongue. ಅಮ್ಮ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಕಲಿತೀರ. ಸೊ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಮಾತೃಭಾಷೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀರಿ. A child learns its mother tongue in the family. It understands the social life around it through the master mother tongue. Understood what you mean by it? So, with your own mother tongue, you would like to understand the people around you. Next, the family or children develop as per the social situation around the family. So, for example, if you don't mind, I would like to give a good example. See, for example, in a drunkard family, a child would like to read and write, but because of the atmosphere around him, he will be very disappointed and he will not able to get up to the mark because of his atmosphere in the family. So, that's what here children develop as per the social situation around the family. ಆ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲಿರುವಂಥ ವಾತಾವರಣದ ಮೇಲೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳು ಒಂದು ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ರೂಪಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ವಿ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ ಆಲ್ ಪೇರೆಂಟ್ಸ್ to not to fight in front of the kids. Understood? If they fight, what the children will think about them? So it's truly wrong. They should not fight in front of the kids. The next, the family teaches the children about the ways of interacting with the elders and the peer group. See, giving respect to the elders will be taught by your parents. How to treat your brother, how to treat your neighbors, everything will be taught by your parents. And how to treat your peer group. Peer group ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಇನ್ ಕನ್ನಡ ಆಚೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಭಾಷೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಚಡ್ಡಿ ದೋಸ್ತು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊತಿರಲ್ಲ. ಚಿಕ್ಕವಾಗಿಂದ ನಮ್ಮ ಫ್ರೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಅವರು ಹಂಗೆ ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅ peer group. From childhood, they will be with you. So for them we call it as a peer group. This means the social behavior, its demands and taboos indirectly control the children. So with the help of all these things, the children will be controlled from the family. So how they are controlled? So after giving this all responsibilities, interacting with the elders and all, with the peer group, what happens? The social behavior will change. Understood? How to treat others will be changed. So, it's indirectly control the children to go in a right path. The family teaches behaviors like friendship, freedom and security during childhood, adolescence, adulthood and the old age. So, it's a very important point. A family teaches behaviors like friendship. They, you know who are all your friends, how to be with your friends and how to be with your elders and how to be with the kids. Everything will be taught by your parents. And adolescence, and how you will be with your adolescence friends and adulthood and how to behave with the old age people, everything will be taught by your parents. Understood? So for this, a family is very important. Understood? Next, it instructs the tradition. What do you mean by the tradition? We'll see here. A family includes several generations and introduces the kinship. It outlines the relationship between the grandfather, grandmother, then father, mother and sibling. It teaches the who are the grandparents and what did they make, how did they make the first generation, and parents form the second generation and children form the third generation. Like this, the teachings have been given to the children. Understood? The basics of the traditions will be taught from them. We'll see that. So the family of the father, mother and the children is called a second generation family. A family that includes grandparents, parents and children are known as, yes, family of third generation. A family that has grandparents, parents and children and grandchildren is called extended family. Understood? So they teach us the tradition. who are your grandparents, who are your uncles, aunts, understood? Who are your brothers, sisters, everything will be taught by your parents. Let us see the small picture about this as a family tree. Yes, you can see the picture here where grandmother, grandfather, father, mother, siblings, son, everyone are there. So next, you can see the family tree here, grandfather and grandmother, then kids, then you can see a small family tree. Take an example of this family tree. You can see the picture here of Peter and Peter's family. Jessica, she is the wife of Peter. Just took one sample of this family tree. First, Peter and Jessica are the first generation, then second generation, then third generation. Understood? See a family with the father, mother, and kids. They are called a second generation family. Then family that includes grandparents, parents, children, they are called third generation family. Understood? And this family is a good example of extended family. Family that has grandparents, parents, children, and grandchildren. Understood? Yes, let us recall whatever the important points we have discussed in this class. First, we have discussed about the meaning of a family. What is the meaning of the family? Yeah, the living together of husband and wife with or without children is called, for a long time, is called family. Understood? How did this family or family word derived from? So, the word family is derived from the Latin word familias. Understood? Then, what do you mean by the familias? It means to serve. Then, we have discussed about the characteristics of the families. The first characteristic was family is universal. Then, it is the basic. Next one is the basic unit of all social activities. You all know that. Then continuous responsibility and social activities, accountability we have discussed. And the fourth one, bringing up and nurturing. Then fifth one, teaches social behavior, which is very important for you all. The next, it instructs the tradition. Understood? Then we have discussed about the types of family, second generation family, third generation family, and extended family we have studied. So, today you have to draw a family tree. I'll just show the picture of empty family tree. You have to draw, and if you have a pictures, you can stick the pictures, or otherwise you can just write the names of your parents, like father, mother, or brother, sister. You can write and show me. Understood? Yes, according to this family tree, you can write the names of your family members. Understood? You can ask, you can take an help of your father or a grandfather. And even draw a tree like this. Understood? In next class, you have to show me this family tree. With the help of this family tree, we will move on to the next important topics in the next class. Okay, thank you, take care.